What if the diseases we thought were long gone were never really gone at all? Imagine for a second that the same plagues that wiped out entire cities thousands of years ago are still among us, dormant, invisible, but ready to strike at any moment. Today, we are diving into 5 ancient diseases that may not only still exist, but could be hiding beneath the surface, silently adapting or even evolving into something modern medicine can't fully understand. This video isn't just a journey through the past. It's a warning, a call to curiosity and awareness, because the ghosts of ancient diseases might still be haunting our present, and maybe even our future. Before hospitals, antibiotics, and modern science, the human body was constantly at war with invisible threats. Epidemics would appear out of nowhere, destroy entire populations, and vanish like smoke. The ancient world was a battlefield where the deadliest weapon was the unknown. And the scariest part? Many of those enemies simply disappeared. But did they really? Or did they just learn how to hide better? In an era of climate change, globalization, and urban chaos, the line between past and present is growing thinner, and some experts believe ancient diseases are finding new ways to rise again. Maybe under new forms, new names, or with symptoms that leave modern doctors baffled. Let us start with a name that S, practically a synonym for medieval apocalypse: the Black Death. In the 14th century, this plague killed around 50 million people in Europe, 1/3 of the population. Historical accounts speak of bodies piling up in the streets, abandoned cities, and sheer terror. The cause? Yersinia pestis, a bacteria spread by fleas on rats. But here's the shocker: it never disappeared. Cases of the plague are still reported annually in countries across Africa, Asia, and even the United States. In 2015, there was an outbreak in Colorado. Today, this bacterium survives in natural reservoirs, especially among rodent populations. And what's even more concerning, it's showing signs of antibiotic resistance. The same plague that devastated the Middle Ages might just be waiting for another chance. And with international travel and climate shifts, that chance could be closer than we think. What about leprosy? A disease wrapped in centuries of stigma. In ancient times, lepers were banished, forced to live far from society, and to this day, the word carries a biblical weight. Leprosy, now known as Hansen's disease, is caused by the Mycobacterium leprae bacterium. While it can be treated with antibiotics, over 200,000 people are still infected every year, according to the World Health Organization. And not just in developing countries. Recent cases in the U.S., especially in Florida and Texas, prove it's still around. Even more surprising, the bacteria can live in animals like armadillos, creating natural reservoirs right in the Americas. And studies have shown genetic mutations that could make treatment harder in the future. Now brace yourself for a revelation straight out of a sci-fi movie. What if ancient diseases aren't just alive? As it thaws, layers of permafrost, soil frozen for tens of thousands of years, are releasing their secrets. In 2016, in Siberia, a reindeer carcass infected with anthrax thawed during a heat wave. The result: dozens of people infected, 1 child dead. Anthrax is one of the oldest and most resilient bacteria in history. It can survive in the soil for over 100 years. Now imagine what else is buried in that ancient earth. Viruses and bacteria humanity hasn't seen for millennia. And this isn't a theory. In 2014, scientists revived a 30,000-year-old virus from the Siberian permafrost. It only infected amoebas. But the message was clear. Ancient viruses can survive for ages and still work. And what if some of these diseases never needed to be frozen because they never left us? Genetic studies have shown that modern diseases may have direct roots in ancient variants. Take tuberculosis, for example. still killing around 1.5 million people every year. Evidence of TB dates back over 9,000 years. Prehistoric skeletons show clear signs of infection, and we now know Mycobacterium tuberculosis has evolved into multiple strains, some more resistant, some nearly untreatable. Some researchers believe other mysterious respiratory diseases that emerge from time to time may be modern variations of ancient illnesses we never truly understood. Modern science is just beginning to grasp the complexity of microbial evolution over centuries. In other words, the germs of the past may just be wearing new disguises, but with the same deadly goals. And if all this sounds far removed from our lives today, think again. Cities are more crowded, the world more connected, and the climate more unstable than ever. Arctic thawing isn't just an environmental issue, it's a biological one. As we disturb layers of Earth untouched for millennia, we may be unleashing diseases we're completely unprepared for. If a forgotten plague returned tomorrow, how long would it take us to identify it? Would we be ready? Do we have the tools to fight a disease that doesn't appear in any modern manual? This video isn't about fear, it's about awareness. The past isn't dead, it's frozen, dormant, evolving. Now think with me, how many other ancient diseases are silently waiting for their return? Which one will wake up next? Are we truly protected by all our modern technology, or just more exposed? Leave your theory in the comments. And if you've made it this far, we have a special invitation. Watch our next video, where we explore the darkest mysteries of diseases that shaped human civilization. Because understanding the pay